So you have some really great original music that the world needs to hear, but you feel frustrated and discouraged because you don't know how to get it out to the masses. Well, this video may be the most important video you watch this year, because in this video, I'm going to reveal to you 3 secret ingredients to skyrocket your music marketing process. Hey, and welcome to Music Space, where we help working musicians just like you learn how to quickly and easily make a living with your craft. So if you're new here to the channel, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when new videos are uploaded. So first things first, the secrets I'm about to reveal to you are not some overnight, get rich quick kind of process. They are tried and true methods that simply work. And I'm saying this because a lot of musicians are falling for these sort of overnight strategies, and it's not working out for them well at all. And there's a fundamental reason why these sort of overnight strategies don't work. So imagine you're in a huge football stadium, and this stadium is full of bands, artists, and musicians along with regular people. There's musicians and artists in the stands and bleachers. There's musicians and artists down on the field. They're at the concession stands and the bathrooms and everywhere in the stadium. And all of them are holding up their CDs and projects saying, "Hey, look at me, come check me out." This is the equivalent of the music marketing situation online now, and this is the equivalent of what a lot of musicians are doing. So then the question becomes, how do I, out of all of the other musicians and bands holding up their CDs saying, "Look at me," how do I get the attention of people there so that they hear my music? How do I cut through all of the noise and command attention for myself as an artist? And how do I get people to like what I do enough to pay me money to buy my CD? These are the biggest questions that you're dealing with and that you have to answer when you're trying to do marketing and market your music and market your artistry. Well, the good news is there are very simple ways to do this, and they're broken down into these 3 strategies I'm about to give you. Now, right before we jump into those strategies, I want to let you know that I am doing a free live in-depth training on music marketing. And in this training, you're going to learn about these 3 in-depth strategies that I'm going to show you here today. You're going to learn those in depth and how to apply them in your own music marketing. You'll learn about why your marketing strategy should not be focused on your music and learn what it actually should be focused on. And you'll learn about how the signed artist industry is fooling you when it comes to marketing. You'll be learning all of this and much more. And I'll also be answering your questions live right there on the spot. Now, I have a limited number of people that I'm allowing in this training, and it's first come, first serve. And the link to sign up for this free training is in the description of this video. So pause the video right now and go hit that link and sign up so you can reserve your spot. Okay, so the first strategy you need to know about when building your marketing for your music is first, you need to build credibility. One of the biggest mistakes that artists and musicians make when they are trying to promote their music is that they come out of nowhere, just basically out of obscurity, and be like, "Hey, everybody look at me, I'm here, buy my CD." And it's like, dude, nobody knows who you are. You know, with the exception of like your close family and friends, like you're basically coming out of obscurity. So you're kind of starting out in this process with an uphill journey. And what I specifically mean by know you is people have to know you as an artist. They have to know who you are, what you stand for, you know, the reasons behind why you do what you do. And again, the problem with coming out of nowhere is you haven't given people the time to learn these things about you yet. No one even really knows your personality. And these types of things are really important because the truth is these are the things that people buy into. They don't care much about your music and about, you know, how great the hook you did on the, you know, the second time the hook came in on your song. They care about your personality and things like that because this is what they relate to. They want to see themselves, or at least part of themselves, in you. The artist Lizzo is a great example of this. You know, she has some really great music, but she also has this personality that relates to a particular demographic of people. And this demographic relates to her. They see themselves in her. They see themselves dealing with the same issues she deals with, or, you know, they see themselves having the same type of attitude she has, or they simply just support the message that she, you know, puts out in her music. And this is what I'm referring to as credibility. It's allowing people to see you and get to know who you are so that they can relate to you and that they can attach themselves to you in those ways. You can't just come out of nowhere, like out of a rabbit hole and, show up with a CD and be like, hey, support me. That's just not the way it works. A huge part of your marketing process involves developing these types of relations with people so that they graduate to becoming like your strongest fans. And this is something that I will show you how to do and go in depth in the free live training on marketing your music. So again, make sure you sign up at the link in the description of this video to reserve one of the limited spots. Now, the next secret in marketing your music is you have to build your tribe. So let me paint this picture for you. You know how in the workplace or even in the musician world and in the band and gigging world, there are cliques? Out of all of the musicians in a particular area, maybe your area, you know that there are small groups who click off, right? And what do these cliques do? They always call each other the same people for gigs. They always put each other on. They all cut for each other, right? This is exactly what you're doing when you're building a tribe. Out of all of the people in the world or, in a particular area, what you're doing is taking a small group of them and developing them. And, essentially they become your clique. And what happens is they cut for you, they advertise for you, they buy your music, and they support you. And you may see these musician cliques as, a bad thing. And that's, largely because a lot of the negativity and things that surround them. But you know that these cliques are exactly how a lot of musicians stay working. So what you're doing when you're building a tribe is you're getting this group of people around you who will do these same things for you, who again support you, buy your music, advertise, all of these things. So now what you have is, instead of, every time you release a single or CD or something like that, you have a specific group of people you can market to instead of having to start your marketing process from scratch each time you do it. You already have a group of people who have said, I'm going to support you. I'm going to cut for you. I'm going to advertise for you. So this becomes your group, your clique, your tribe. I mean, think about it. What's Beyonce's tribe called? Ever heard of the Beehive? This tribe supports Beyonce in everything she does. She can even drop albums and stuff like that now without even giving notice. You just wake up one morning and then the internet is blown up because she's dropped something on iTunes or something like that. And the reason is because the Beehive fans come to the rescue. Beyonce could drink a Coke and go into the studio and burp on her album a few times, and the Beehive would support it. They would buy her album. This is just the way that tribes work. And it's the same with artists like Justin Bieber. Ever heard of the Beliebers? And also artists like Lizzo. Ever heard of the Lesbians? This demonstrates why building a tribe is super important in today's music marketing efforts. And this is also something that I'm going to talk about in detail in the free live in-depth training on music marketing. So again, make sure you grab your spot at the link in the description of this video. Now, the third ingredient in your marketing is you have to build a business. Now, if you've been around this channel for any period of time, you probably knew that this was something I was going to say. I repeat this message so much because it is vitally important to your success as a musician or an artist. The musicians and artists and bands that are succeeding in this industry are not the ones that are just, throwing out some music every now and then. They aren't the ones that's just sitting around waiting for some calls for a gig on a Friday night at the local bar or club. The ones who are succeeding are the ones who are building an operation around what they do. They're solidifying the fact that they are a service and they're trading their services for money. And they're consistently building the necessary credentials to be able to do this. They have things like a website and business cards. They use contracts when they do business, and they have things like a contact list or a database of people who they've done business with and potential clients that they may do business with in the future. And they're spending time figuring out how they can be better so they can better service the needs of their potential clients and their audience. A lot of y'all are sitting around trying to figure out what to post on, Instagram or TikTok so that you can become the next social media sensation. You're trying to gain the artificial attention of lots of subscribers or lots of followers. And these things are fine as supplements to the principles that I'm talking about in this video, but in no way are they the primary way in and of themselves to gain attention and market your music and, get yourself out there. And these types of things can fool you because they will gain you some level of attention and they'll have you thinking, oh, I made it. I have all of these subscribers and followers, so I must be doing something right. And you haven't built any relationships or anything like that with people. I know artists right now who have hundreds of thousands of followers who haven't made any sort of sales, haven't related to their audience in any kind of way. The way that they gain an audience is probably, something crazy like, being naked in a video or something like that. So they've gained this, superficial attention. And don't hear me wrong, if that's your thing, more power to you. I'm just saying that the real way to gain attention in marketing and trying to get yourself out there as an artist is not the way through, trying to get as many followers and subscribers as you can. It's really about building a business around what you do. And the reason I keep bringing up building a business is because it's much easier to market what you do when you're a business versus marketing what you're doing as just some person. Operating as a business gives you definition and it gives you clarity on purpose, and it allows people to see exactly who you are and what you're about. And this is something that's really important. And again, another thing that I'm going to discuss in detail on the free live in-depth training on music marketing. So I'm telling you, make sure you go to the link in the description of this video and grab your spot. So question for you. What is the biggest struggle that you have had with marketing your music? And what are some questions that you have about marketing your music? Jump down in the comments and let me know, as it's something that I may discuss on the live training. And listen, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do hope that it was helpful for you, and I really hope to see you on the live training. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button on this video. And here are some other videos that you can check out right now.